Today's visually oriented, media-savvy students are sometimes reluctant to read traditional books with lengthy passages of text. In response, textbook designers have tried a variety of ways to appeal to this new generation of readers, including trying to entertain students with decorative photos, cartoons, or fractured page designs that disrupt the flow of reading and thereby force students to spend even more time reading. Business in Action takes a distinctly different approach, with exhibits that teach, unique diagrams, infographics, and quick reference tables that explain and summarize vital concepts visually. With more than 150 of these exhibits, including more than 60 that are all new in the 6th edition, Business in Action emphasizes productive learning on helping students minimize the time they spend reading while maximizing the learning outcome. This exhibit in the chapter on basic economics is a great example. Rather than describing the 4 types of unemployment in separate sections of text, this exhibit summarizes them in a rapid bullet point fashion and supports the descriptions with conceptual visuals that help students grasp the differences. In only 30 seconds or so, students get all the essential information they need for this topic as it relates to the economics chapter. And when they need to review before a test or while doing homework assignments, students can just flip back to this visual to get a quick refresher. Here is another example of distilling the essential points that students need to understand about a particular topic. In this case, the 3 major styles of leadership. In a matter of seconds, students get the key aspects of the autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire leadership styles, without being forced to work through long blocks of text. This exhibit contrasts the 5 categories of competition, helping students quickly grasp the characteristics of each competitive situation, along with the role of price competition and the range of buyers' choices that exist in that particular market situation. In a traditional layout, this information would have taken a couple of pages of dense text, but this exhibit offers a concise, quick-read summary that saves students considerable time and effort, whether they've learned it for the first time or are reviewing it for an exam. Business in Action also makes extensive use of flowcharts and process diagrams to help students see how the steps in a process or method flow together. With the strategic planning process shown here, for instance, students can see the 6 major steps along with the key questions that managers ask at each step. These questions summarize in just a few words the important concepts associated with each step. As a result, students get the big picture quickly and successfully. Even for complex, multi-layered ideas such as buyer decision-making, the Exhibits that Teach approach distills a considerable amount of textual information into a single easy-to-follow diagram. This flowchart shows the steps involving both routine and non-routine purchase decisions with the decision-making tactics employed at each step. Rather than forcing students to read and parse several pages of text to get all these key points, this exhibit does much of that work for them so they can concentrate on understanding and remembering the essential information. These are just a few of the more than 150 exhibits that teach in the 6th edition of Business in Action. From the fundamental concepts of what a business does in Chapter 1 to the role that debt securitization played in the banking meltdown in Chapter 20, every chapter features these quick, steady visuals that will help students spend less time studying while learning and retaining more of the information they need to succeed. To order an examination copy of Business in Action, send an email to Pearson Education's Sampling Department at the address shown on your screen. By using Business in Action in your Introduction to Business course, you'll equip your students with a professional-grade text that reflects the changing nature of business and accommodates the learning styles and habits of today's time-pressed students. With this emphasis on high-efficiency learning and the many enhancements in this new edition, Business in Action stakes out an even stronger position as the one textbook uniquely positioned to help today's students become tomorrow's focused, high-productivity business professionals. For more information about this text and for a wealth of materials for you and your students, go to Beauvais & Thill's website, Teaching Introduction to Business.